Alright, good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Panama City. I'm Bob. Today is Saturday, March 13th, and I'm sitting in the bay right now. I'm actually waiting on my wife to get here. Supposed to pick her up here in the next few minutes. But so I thought, well, because I was looking for bait, and we had so much rain 2 days ago that I couldn't find any bait up in the bayous where I normally find bait. So I came out here and I'm sitting on a pipeline. And while I'm sitting here, I thought, well, I'm going to drop a bait down. I dropped a piece of squid down and caught a little mangrove. So I wasn't going to get my camera out until she got here, but since I'm going to catch some fish, or did catch a fish, I'm going to go ahead and wait on her with a camera on and see what else we can catch. We're sitting in 35 feet of water. They definitely seem to be hungry. As soon as it hit the bottom, he had it. I'm gonna go to a smaller hook. That's a 3/4 ounce, or I'm sorry, a 1 ounce swing jig with a 5/0 hook on it. So I'm gonna go to the same 1 ounce swing jig with a 3/0 hook. I think these mangroves are small. What my wife and I are planning to do is go offshore. Haven't been out there to see if we can even get out, but we're going. Once she gets here, we'll run out there and see if we can get offshore. A red snapper. Another little mangrove. Little bitty mangrove. All right, my wife just let me know this is going to be a while before she can get back or come out here. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get offshore and then come back and get her later if she still wants to go. So I'll see you when we get out there. All right, so I made it out to Warsaw. So we're about 6 miles or so straight out of St. Andrews State Park. It's a little bit sporty. The waves aren't bad, but the rollers are pretty big, so it's got me bouncing around a little bit. But as I was coming into the pass, we had a tide line, which is where the incoming tide mixes with the old outgoing tide. It creates a line. And the water gets real rough right there, and but there's always bait in it, or just about always bait in it. So I stopped and caught, I don't know, probably a dozen or so threadfin shad, pretty good sized threadfin shad. And so I'll fish with them as well. But to start with, I'm going to see what all might be down there. And so I'll show you the bottom. And we're in 83 feet of water. And that's the reef down there, the structure down there on the bottom. And that's all fish and bait that's in there with it. We may not get a bite, but we're going to fish and see what we can catch, if we can catch anything. And for frozen bait, in addition to squid and cigar minnows, I've also got some Boston mackerel. And so we'll try a little bit of everything out here and see if we can get anything to bite. I'm going to start with some squid. I'm starting off with my 20-pound pin battle. It's a 4,000, got 20-pound braid, 30-pound leader, got a 1 ounce swing jig, a 5/0 hook, and I just put a piece of squid on it. Well, fighting like a snapper though. Well, big old white porgy. Really nice one. Pretty heavy fish. Trigger. Well, quite a keeper. Better fish. Red snapper. Good keeper if they were in season. But they're not. And I'm going to try one of my live baits. This is a Spin Fisher 6. It's a 7,500 size. So it's a big reel. I got 80-pound braid on it and 100-pound leader on it. That's probably a 7/0 hook. 2 ounces of weight. Just a fish finder rig. It's about a foot long, 1.5 feet, something like that. This is a threadfin shad. Can't hold them. They're called threadfin because they've got this long thread that sticks up off their back. I have no idea what it is, but it's big. Big shark. Really big shark. Great big shark. Just gotta break it off. That's a big old shark. Not what I wanted to catch. Got the shakes now. There we go. What a good fish. Probably a red snapper though. Trigger. Still not a keeper. Well, this is a spin pin Fierce 4 6000. I got 65-pound braid on it. It's on a pin Rampage 7-foot pool cue. I used a piece of Boston mackerel about that big on an 8-aught hook. So we'll see if something like a shark will eat that. I think the shark's back. Something besides the shark this time. Trigger. Not a very big one. Feels like a trigger. little fish. Feels like a trigger though. Yep. Still not a keeper.